Hello, remarkable heart lifters. Welcome to the breathing room. It's been a minute. So happy to be back with you. And I wanted to create these video logs, these vlogs as they're called, to give you just a little bit more teaching from my newest book, Stronger Every Day, 9 Tools for an Emotionally Healthy You. We have been making our way through Stronger Every Day since the beginning of June. It was our summer of reset, and now it has transitioned into our seasons of reset because, as I promised, I'm taking my time. We really don't have anything but time. We think we don't, but we do. And so why rush? Why rush from one book to the next? Why not pour over these 9 tools that I promise, when you understand them, when you possess them, when you practice them on a day-to-day basis, your life will make more sense. You will have more meaning. You will have more clarity. You will have more wisdom. Every relationship in your life will be better. But don't take my word for it. Please read it yourself. Don't rush. This is not a book to rush through. If you're one of those who has a certain goal to read so many books a year, I love that. I value that. But this is not going to be one of the books that I will recommend you rushing through. It is a book to take to heart. So today we're going to breeze through, not too fast, not too slow. And I'm going to give you a little bit more about each of the tools so that after you listen to the podcast session about the tool, you can then come to the video and go, okay, I need to know a little bit more. And if you join the Stronger Everyday online community, you can ask me questions, you can pose questions, and I will answer them. So all the information you need for that is on my website, JanelleReardon.com. Big blue bar across the top will drop down, and you just put your first name and email in there, and that's all. And you'll be the first one to know about all the latest posts, blogs, episodes, etc. I do not send you anything wasteful, I promise. And I do not share that beautiful email of yours at all. So this book is divided into 3 movements. 3 movements, 3 passages along the heart-lifting journey. Part 1 is Envision. Envision means to just get a picture in your mind of how you want your life to be. What, as the doctor that I love so much, Dr. Kurt Thompson says, what is the next most beautiful thing you want to create with your life? Inside of movement 1, we have 3 tools. Tool 1 is step across the threshold, meaningfulness. Thresholds are a very important part of life and a part of my life. And as I say, if you hear me on the podcast, when you cross the threshold of your home, what are you bringing into the hallways of your home? What behavior patterns, what communication skills, your sense of self? Are you able to emotionally regulate? Are you able to feel at home there and at ease there and just relax there? Homes and families are created to become stronger every day. That's what they're for. And they need to be the safest place on earth, the most secure place on earth, where you feel seen, known, loved, where you know you belong. Tool 2 is to sit in God's presence. This is about secure attachment. I talk a lot about attachment theory in my work and in my writing, primarily because I do believe, above all else, when you possess secure attachment, that is, just like I said, you are seen, heard, known, you're nurtured, you're cared for, you belong, you're safe. That is the beautiful inherent gift we should all get when we're born into a family. Yet we don't. In fact, Hal Shorey says, he's a researcher, 55% of us possess that and 45% of us do not. So secure attachment, the counter is insecure attachment. Tool 3 is shape healthy thoughts, cognitive reframing. Big fancy language for we're going to think about how we think. We're going to be aware. We're going to take some necessary space, time, and energy in our current life to watch how we move through our life. We're going to turn the camera on ourselves, and we're going to spend time going, do I actually like the way that I cross the threshold of my family home every evening when I come home? Or do I really enjoy the way I walk through the hallways of my home? Do I possess healthy behaviors? Can I regulate my emotions? Do I really listen? Or do I just talk at the people in my life? So those are the first 3 movements. Then we move to part 2, which is the educate. Educate in its root means to draw out, to lead out. I talk about this in full on our episode about tool 4, 5, and 6. Tool 4 is to shift from shaming to gracing. And it's all about self-compassion. I offer a transparency challenge in tool 4. I open the door of my past and I allow some skeletons to come out, and I teach them how to dance the dance of grace and how to speak the language of grace. Because you see, nothing we can do or say can keep us from receiving salvation and grace and mercy from God. That is why God sent his one and only Son to hang torturously on a cross. That's not a fictional story, it's truth. Because nothing we do can separate us from the love of God. We just have to come to him. We have to repent, big old word for turn around our lives and say, I don't want to live that way anymore. I want to live like you're teaching me how to live, Jesus. I want to follow the teachings and the model of Jesus Christ. Tool 5 is to speak healing words to your future. This is life-changing. This is all about healthy assertiveness and using your voice, which in our community, we equal voice with value. When I know who I am, then I know I have value. Then I can possess this skill of assertiveness that enables me to say what I mean and to say it well and in love with authority, not authoritativeness or being an authoritarian, but being an authority. Big difference. We talk a lot about that. Tool 6, soak in living water, spiritual growth. This is one of the tools that transform my life. We talk a lot in this tool about exchanging or transforming our limiting beliefs, those things that have been spoken over us or projected onto us that are negative and unhealthy and keep us feeling small and keep us feeling oppressed. We want to swim in the river of living water, which Jesus Christ told a woman at a well about a long time ago. We move then into part 3, the final movement of this heart lifting journey. Tool 7 is starting to send new positive messages to our brain. And I explained to you this beautiful tool called memory reconsolidation, which involves neuroplasticity, clearing out our neural pathways where any emotion or feeling that still has a negative charge on it, we consolidate it. We take it out of the amygdala and we put it in the hippocampus. And it's just now part of our story. It doesn't trigger us. It doesn't rule our life. We are free and we can move through life in that freedom. Tool 8 is to soar in healthy skies. That is all about emotion regulation and what it means to be in control of our emotions. not let our emotions control us. Emotions are not bad. Emotions are energy. They are energy in motion, and we have been given these emotions by God Himself so that they can help us move through life with more power and more peace. And then we end with tool 9, save mental energy for the essentials. And this is all about human connection. Quananoa. It's just beautiful. It's how we heal inside of community. You see, my brain needs your brain. It can't heal without it. We're built. Our DNA needs community. We need each other. We need to walk alongside of each other, not compete, not compare, not control. We need to walk alongside each other in order to become our very, very best God-breathed selves. So the book starts in the introduction, of course, where the light enters. And our intention for this particular intro is I commit to becoming stronger every day. That's just the footing for this journey. Every day I wake up and I commit to becoming stronger. That's all I'm asking you to do here, is just commit to becoming stronger every day. And strength has many faces. So make sure you go to the podcast, Today's Heart Lift with Janelle, and listen to Strength Has Many Faces so that you have the proper vision in your mind of what it means to be strong, what it means to be stronger every day. Strength has many faces. So in the intro, I talk all about kintsugi art, like my little heart necklace here. You can see that. I just love it so much. The ancient Japanese tradition of kintsugi, it dates back to the 15th century, and it's about a tale, it's not a tale, it's true, about a beautiful teacup that was very valuable that broke, and let's see here. I always can't remember. It was the emperor. The shogun, yes. The shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, I know I'm saying that wrong. He accidentally broke his favorite tea bowl and he sent it away to get it repaired. When it came back, it was really ugly. It had these staples. So he sent it back to some other artisans and they put this beautiful gold lacquer in the cracks. And it was even more beautiful after it was repaired than it was in its first state. So this is all about being broken, but becoming beautiful and letting the light come through these cracks in our life, these broken places in our life, and it actually makes us more beautiful and more valuable. So I write in here, rewiring the neural pathways of our brains takes time. What took years to nestle into the folds of our brains won't suddenly disappear overnight. But in my experience, change happens one changed thought process at a time. That's what we're doing here. We're going to take the time here. You're going to take the time. Maybe join a small group of heart lifters who want to make this heart lifting journey together and be a healing community for one another. So that is the intro. That's where you're starting. Hop over and listen to the intro episode on the podcast, and be sure to subscribe at JanelleReardon.com. I'll see you next time.